No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Using the quick game. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He got a bunch and look. More, but he's got the first down. Offense working from the pistol. Off play action on first down. He'll throw it. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
The offense set for a first down play. Got the quick completion. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner will be knocked down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Wide open downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking for a gap. It's Hunt. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Getting some heat. A little screen to the running back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again. Can't get him to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. The Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now.
And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ball State is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Ohio. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Slings it downfield. It's caught downfield. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen, the ones that get in the backfield? The running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
He lets it fly. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Unloads to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Working the middle, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Trying play action. Catch in the middle, it's Kendricks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. It's complete. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Going with the ground game left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been an impressive 1st half, and Jesse, they love nothing better than to tack another one. And that pass is intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Spur.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. Line gets set. 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Kendricks. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They're bringing heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something in.
Grab near the marker. It's Hunt. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
No surprise. Looks as if they'll be content just... We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Cavaliers will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man in the middle. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Had been filled, he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Quick release by the QB. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. On target. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown ball! And the route is on. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scaffold, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Cavaliers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Now the play fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield.
The defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Hunt. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Fakes it, continues to fight for yards. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. You open a drive like that and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive in this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Virginia.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pocket starts to collapse. They got him. Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board. The Vols trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He caught it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on 2nd. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Going up top on 1st down. He's got his man. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. He'll come out throwing on first down. Still looking, on the move. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Burr.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down,
they stripped it out. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catching up to give them the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this offense is all but surrender, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
The Cavaliers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And the pass hits, picked off.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Just feeds the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.